For years, many of us have been fighting silent wars against our own minds. We try to silence our thoughts, force ourselves to be confident, destroy fear, and eliminate anxiety. The idea is that if we can just control every emotion, we'll finally find peace. But the harder we fight, the more intense the struggle becomes. It's like wrestling with a shadow. No matter how hard you push, it pushes back just as fiercely. This endless battle leaves us feeling exhausted and defeated, wondering why our minds seem to resist our every effort. But what if the mind isn't our enemy at all? We often believe that the solution to our mental struggles is control. If only we could force our minds to behave, everything would be better. We try to suppress negative thoughts, push away uncomfortable feelings, and demand positivity from ourselves at all times. But this approach rarely works. Instead, it creates a cycle where the more we resist, the stronger our unwanted thoughts and emotions become. The mind isn't a machine to be commanded, it's a complex, living part of us that responds to force with resistance. It's easy to see the mind as an adversary, especially when it seems to sabotage our best intentions. But what if the mind isn't against us? What if the real issue isn't that we can't control our minds, but that we've never truly understood them? When we stop treating our thoughts and feelings as enemies to be conquered, we open the door to a new way of relating to ourselves, one based on understanding rather than conflict. Let's meet Caleb, a young man who spent most of his life trying to fix himself. Every morning he promised to think positively. Every night he blamed himself for failing. Whenever fear appeared, he attacked it. Whenever sadness arrived, he pushed it away. Whenever anxiety showed up, he tried to silence it. Caleb's days were filled with effort, always fighting, always resisting. But no matter how hard he tried, his mind seemed to fight back even harder. Caleb's story is familiar to many of us. Negative thoughts would return, doubt would creep back in, and fear never truly disappeared. It felt like carrying a battle inside his head every single day. The more he resisted, the more exhausted he became, not from life itself, but from the constant resistance. This cycle left him drained, questioning why nothing seemed to work, and why his mind wouldn't simply obey. One rainy evening, Caleb sat alone in his apartment. The room was dark except for a small lamp near the window. Rain tapped softly against the glass, creating a quiet, reflective atmosphere. Caleb stared at the floor, feeling the weight of his struggle. In the silence, he whispered to himself, "Why can't I control my own mind?" The question hung in the air, unanswered, echoing the frustration so many of us have felt. Still feeling overwhelmed days later, Caleb decided he needed a change of scenery. He packed a small bag and set out for a weekend trip into the mountains, hoping that the quiet and beauty of nature might help calm his thoughts. The mountain village he arrived at was peaceful, no traffic, no crowds, just trees, wind, and long empty trails. It was a world away from the noise inside his mind. Mountain Village was unlike anything Caleb had experienced in a long time. There was a gentle hush to everything, the sound of the wind in the trees, the distant call of birds, and the soft crunch of gravel underfoot. Caleb walked the empty trails, letting the quiet seep into his bones. For the first time in a while, he felt a sense of space both around him and within him. One afternoon, as Caleb wandered through a forest path, he noticed an old wooden cabin beside a gently flowing river. The scene was peaceful and inviting. Outside the cabin sat an elderly man quietly carving a piece of wood. There was something about the old man's presence, a calmness, a sense of ease that drew Caleb in. It was the kind of peace he had been searching for all his life. The elderly man looked up and smiled at Caleb, his eyes warm and welcoming. He seemed to radiate a quiet contentment, as if he had discovered something important about life. Caleb felt an urge to stop and talk, drawn by the old man's peaceful energy. Sometimes we recognize wisdom not by words, but by the calm someone carries with them. The old man looked at Caleb and said, "You look like you're carrying something heavy." Caleb couldn't help but laugh at the truth in those words. Sometimes all it takes is a simple, honest observation to open the door to a deeper conversation. Caleb realized he didn't have to pretend or hide his struggle here. He could simply be himself. Caleb sat down beside the old man, feeling a sense of relief. For the first time in a long while, he felt safe enough to share what was really going on inside his mind. He talked about his constant battle with thoughts and emotions, his exhaustion from always trying to control everything, and his fear that he would never find peace. The old man listened quietly, never interrupting or offering quick solutions. He simply let Caleb speak, holding space for his story. Sometimes the greatest gift we can receive is someone who listens without judgment. Caleb felt lighter just from being heard, realizing that understanding often begins with being allowed to express ourselves honestly. After a long pause, the old man finally spoke. He didn't offer advice or tell Caleb what to do. Instead, he shared a story of his own struggles with the mind and how he too once tried to control every thought and feeling. Over time, he learned that the mind doesn't need to be controlled, it needs to be understood. This simple shift in perspective changed everything for him. Old man explained that when we try to control the mind, we create more resistance. But when we seek to understand it, we create space for change. Understanding means noticing our thoughts and feelings without immediately judging or fighting them. It means being curious about why we feel what we feel and gentle with ourselves when we struggle. Instead of battling his mind, the old man learned to approach it with curiosity. When a negative thought appeared, he would ask himself, "What is this thought trying to tell me?" When fear showed up, he would wonder, "What am I afraid of and why?" This gentle questioning helped him see his mind not as an enemy but as a messenger. Caleb listened, realizing he had spent years fighting his own mind, never pausing to ask what it was trying to communicate. The idea of letting go of the fight felt both strange and freeing. What if he could simply notice his thoughts and feelings without needing to control or change them right away? Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or letting our minds run wild. It means acknowledging what's present without adding layers of judgment or resistance. When we accept our thoughts and feelings as they are, we create space for them to move and change naturally. This is the beginning of real transformation. Inspired by the old man's words, Caleb decided to try something new. The next time a negative thought appeared, he didn't push it away. Instead, he noticed it, named it, and allowed it to be there. He asked himself what the thought might be trying to show him and listened for the answer without rushing to fix or fight it. Caleb found that by simply observing his thoughts and feelings, they began to lose their power over him. The more he watched without judgment, the less intense his inner struggle became. He realized that understanding his mind was not about control, but about gentle observation and compassion. Every thought and feeling carries a message. Anxiety might be telling us we care deeply about something. Fear might be warning us of a real or imagined danger. Sadness might be asking us to slow down and tend to our hearts. When we listen to these messages, we can respond with wisdom instead of resistance. Caleb began to respond to his mind with compassion. When anxiety appeared, he acknowledged it kindly. When fear showed up, he reassured himself. When sadness arrived, he allowed himself to feel it, knowing it would pass. This shift from fighting to understanding brought a sense of peace he hadn't known before. As Caleb practiced understanding instead of control, he noticed his exhaustion fading. The constant battle inside his head began to quiet. He felt more energy for life, more patience with himself, and a deeper sense of calm. The struggle that once consumed him was slowly replaced by acceptance and self-kindness. Caleb's relationship with his mind changed. He no longer saw it as something broken or dangerous. Instead, he recognized it as a part of himself that needed understanding and care. This new relationship brought him closer to the peace he had been seeking for so long. Presence means being with our thoughts and feelings as they are without rushing to change them. Caleb learned that the more present he was with his mind, the less power his fears and doubts held over him. Presence allowed him to respond wisely rather than react impulsively. Instead of bottling up his emotions or trying to force them away, Caleb allowed them to flow naturally. He realized that emotions are like weather, they come and go, sometimes intense, sometimes gentle. By letting them move through him, he found that they passed more quickly and left less residue behind. Allowing doesn't mean we like every thought or feeling. It means we give them permission to exist, knowing that they are temporary visitors. This wisdom of allowing brought Caleb a sense of freedom he had never felt when he was trying to control everything. With practice, Caleb discovered an inner space, a place inside himself that was calm and steady no matter what thoughts or feelings came and went. This inner space became his refuge, a place he could return to whenever life felt overwhelming. The war Caleb had been fighting with his mind slowly came to an end. He realized that peace was never about winning the battle, but about laying down his arms and choosing understanding instead. The struggle faded, replaced by a quiet sense of acceptance. With this new understanding, Caleb moved forward in life with greater ease. He still experienced difficult thoughts and feelings, but he no longer saw them as threats. Instead, he welcomed them as opportunities to learn more about himself and grow. Self-kindness became Caleb's new practice. Whenever he struggled, he spoke to himself with the same compassion he would offer a friend. This gentle approach softened his inner world and made it easier to face life's challenges. Caleb discovered that every thought and feeling had something to teach him. Instead of fighting, he became a student of his own mind. This attitude of learning brought curiosity and openness, making his inner life richer and more meaningful. Patience became an important part of Caleb's journey. Change didn't happen overnight, and there were still difficult days. But with patience, he learned to trust the process, knowing that understanding his mind was a lifelong practice. Rest became a priority for Caleb. He realized that exhaustion often made his struggles worse. By giving himself permission to rest physically, mentally, and emotionally, he supported his own healing and growth. Looking back, Caleb felt grateful for his journey. Even the struggles had taught him valuable lessons about himself and the nature of the mind. Gratitude helped him appreciate how far he had come and inspired him to keep moving forward. Caleb began to share what he had learned with others. He talked about the power of understanding over control and how compassion and curiosity could transform our relationship with our minds. His story inspired those around him to look at their own struggles differently. As Caleb shared his journey, he noticed a ripple effect. Friends and family began to approach their own minds with more kindness and understanding. The simple act of sharing his story helped create a more compassionate community. Caleb understood that understanding the mind is a lifelong practice. There will always be new challenges, new thoughts, and new emotions. But with curiosity, compassion, and patience, he felt ready to meet whatever came his way. The mind is not an enemy to be conquered. It is a part of us deserving of understanding and care. Caleb's journey reminds us that peace comes not from control but from acceptance and gentle attention. Caleb's story is a message for all of us. When we stop fighting our minds and start listening, we open the door to real change. Understanding is the path to peace, and compassion is the key that unlocks it. Though Caleb's story has reached a new chapter, the journey of understanding the mind continues every day. Each moment is an opportunity to practice presence, patience, and self-kindness. The path is ongoing, but the rewards are deep and lasting. As you walk your own path, remember the tools Caleb discovered: curiosity, compassion, patience, and acceptance. These are the keys to understanding your mind and finding peace within yourself. Each day you can choose to use them. The next time you find yourself struggling with your thoughts or emotions, try shifting your perspective. Instead of asking, "How can I control this?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" This simple change can open up new possibilities for growth and healing. Understanding your mind is a gift you give to yourself. It brings freedom from the endless cycle of resistance and struggle. With understanding, you can live more fully, love more deeply, and find peace even in difficult times. In the end, your mind is not something to be controlled or feared. It is a friend to be understood and cared for. When you approach your mind with kindness and curiosity, you discover a wellspring of wisdom and peace within yourself. The journey begins with understanding.